Razbani for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. With me on Zoom today, this Sunday afternoon, Mr. Fabio Wardley. Fabio? Fab? Oh, I just made it up there.
Fab's fine, mate. We've done a few now, so you can call me Fab, it's fine.
Yeah. How are we doing?
I'm good, mate. All good, all good. A little bit tired from trying to stay up and watch Brona. I didn't manage it, but I'm good. How's things?
Did you not manage to watch Brona then?
No, I watched Wallin in Brazil, and I was just laying there going, you know what, I'm done. I'm not doing this to myself.
Well, to be honest, for your future, that's probably the only fight you should really be focused on is the...
Yeah, that was it. And I thought, I've done my bit. I've watched this now. I'm off. I'm going to bed. I've got training tomorrow doing this.
Since you watched, I might as well ask you, what did you make of Otto Wallin's performance? Obviously, he's won that fight. He gave Tyson Fury a not so easy fight as well. So potentially a player in the heavyweight division. Yeah,
I think so. He's very tricky, very awkward operator. I think a lot of heavyweights out there will struggle with him and his style. It's not a very common style to come across, especially in the heavyweight division. A southpaw is just awkward on its own. Then someone who's good at picking their punches and moving. He's got a nice bit of movement about him as well. He's got a lot of good attributes there, and I think he showed that Brazil was very one-dimensional in that, and he just was. After about 5 or 6 rounds where Brazil realised he couldn't really do much, he was just swinging haymakers and just trying to get him out of there, which wasn't working either.
Well, you never know. You might be crossing paths in the near future. Fabio, last night saw Eddie Hearn and Match Report on another great show. Great 50-50 fights across the whole card. Want to focus obviously on the main event. Another Josh in consecutive weeks has taken his first professional defeat in Josh Kelly. What did you make of his performance?
It was a hard one, wasn't it? Because he started very well, but you could just see how comfortable Avenessian was with all of it. He wasn't fazed by the movement, by the shot selection, by anything. It's like him and the team seemed to have such a game plan. They knew exactly what they were doing, that no matter what was going on, he just stuck to the plan, and kept moving forward. You could hear it from the corner, just saying, keep the pressure up, don't let him breathe, don't let him breathe. And that's all they were doing. He didn't mind. He was more than happy to give away them first 3 or 4 rounds kind of thing, just to wear that effort in and wear kind of Kelly through. And it showed in the latest.
Like you said, Josh started off very, very, very quick. His speed was obviously shown. His foot movement, he was getting in range and out of range quite quickly as well. He then buzzed Avanesyan, I think it was round 2, and then tried jumping on him. But he started to fade around round 4, early round 5. Why do you think he started to fade so much?
I think it was probably a combination of a lot of things. A combination of a big night, big build-up, and not just a big night, but anticipation. The fight's been 2 years in the making almost, something like that. There's a lot of anticipation, there's a lot of build-up. And I think it was just, he was very, I don't want to say anxious. He still seemed pretty comfortable, but that brings a lot out of you to put it on and be that quick and be that sharp. And then obviously with the cut and stuff as well, it looked like it was on the back of his head, so it wasn't in the way, but that's a lot of blood loss that seemed like it was just, like he was red by the end of it all over. That seems like just a lot of blood to lose, which saps a lot of your energy. It's not there anymore. Like you're literally losing blood and you're not able to get it back. So you're losing a lot there. And I think it all just accumulated to take a lot from him, and you could see he was just fading.
When he got knocked down the first time around, it seemed like he was more drained and tired than actually hurt, if that makes sense. Ref obviously gave him a count, they continued, and then the towel was then thrown in. Was that the absolute right decision by Adam Booth to throw in the towel at that stage?
Yeah, I think so. Because Adam Booth knows his fighter. He knows Josh, and he knows that Josh Kelly something wasn't right. There was nothing more kind of left there to fight for, really. Like, he knew that it was just only going to go further. Josh was only going to deteriorate more and fatigue more, and it was just going to get worse for him. So what's the point? What's the point in putting yourself through that? And yeah, of course, you might be able to pull off a lucky shot or pull something out of the bag, of course, but the risk versus reward factor on that just didn't kind of weigh up in the right way, and Adam Booth did the right thing.
Fabio, I know you fought obviously at Fight Camp August, and then I think it was November at Wembley when you fought. So when you're fighting behind closed doors, we know the energy is sapped out with no crowds being there. But is it also important, like outside of camp for yourself and fighters, to stay in shape, to stay active? Because Josh Kelly hadn't fought for about 18 months. He's then coming into a new environment, a new setting, no fans, etc. And all of that is different. We saw it with Josh Warrington last week. Now, Josh Warrington everyone was very, very surprised with his loss. We've seen it, we saw it with Dylan Whyte. Yes, Dylan Whyte may have got a bit lazy on his defense, but still, the O2 is normally packed out, full of energy. Fighters need to keep themselves prepped and ready throughout this period until we go back to normality.
Yeah, of course. I think that's a massive factor, is getting used to that as quickly as possible, getting that out of the way. That like I did, I got Fight Camp done, so I've done it once already, and I know how it is. And I did it a bit later in November, so I know it's not just even on the night. It's the build-up is weird. The being trapped into the bubble for a week is doing that the first time is weird, because you're used to having your own schedules, doing your own things, training at certain times, and blah blah blah, and it's all restricted, and you have to do things in different ways. So there's a lot of adaptation that needs to go through it, and it's always better to kind of do that quickly first than, like you saw with Warrington, his first time back in the ring for a little while, he looked like he was missing something. Same thing, Kelly started great, but looked like he faded off towards the second half as well. So I think staying busy and staying active, staying in the gym, and ring rust is a genuine thing. Like, you need to just be fighting kind of regularly and making sure you're just keeping everything sharp and ticking over.
I saw a lot of negative comments, and I'm still looking at them on Twitter, etc. People saying, "Oh, he was hyped. He wasn't as great. They just made him look like he was going to be the next big thing." But the reality is, Josh Kelly, being 10 fights going into his 11th fight, could have taken an easy touch. 18 months out. I know he's had a baby recently as well. Could have taken an easy touch. But when fighters trying to dare to be great almost, and fight people like Avanesyan, who's a great fighter, a world level fighter, and you lose, so what? You lost to the better man. You can come again. But does he just have to be positive through this period, because it's going to be a period of where he's going to be thinking about the defeat quite a lot as well, and the negative comments that come with it?
Yeah, of course. I think a defeat is never going to be nice. It's always going to hurt. But especially with like outside comments of people, you can't win those ones. Like, either you take your career slower maybe, and you fight some easier fights, and then the fans or whatever say, "Oh, he's never fought anyone decent." And then you fight someone decent, you might lose, and then they say, "Oh, see, look, he was a hype job." You can't. It's difficult for you to win that battle, so don't even bother. Just do you, carry on, crack on. It will hurt, but Josh Kelly, there's a lot of class there. It's not just all washed away off one loss. There's so much there to work with. So he can go again, dust himself off, and come again.
Okay, thanks, man, for sharing some thoughts on that fight. Just very quickly before I let you go, I know you were supposed to be out in about 2 weeks' time, March 6th, here in the UK on the Dylan Whyte-Povetkin rematch undercard. Things have changed in the last 24 hours. Looks like we're in Gibraltar, my friend.
Going abroad, baby.
What has this done for you in terms of preparation? Obviously, you're looking at closing your camp soon, but now with the extra 3 weeks extension, how do you kind of change things around now?
Just carry on business as usual. This would have been my last proper hard week of training. So all we do is just lengthen that a bit. This week won't be as hard, because one thing I've definitely learned about camps is about consistency over going hard one week and then you're completely fucked for the next week and you can't train properly. So we won't be going as hard, but it's just ticking over. We just keep moving. Nothing changes really. The only thing changes the date. It's a bit more time, more sparring, more preparation, more drills, more working through, and same result.
And same opponent, Eric Molina, it's going to say the same?
Yeah, same opponent. Eric actually DM'd me last night as well. Just sent me some voice notes and that. He said, what did he say? Because he said something about he had COVID or something about a month or so ago. So that messed him up for a bit. And he sent me a voice note saying, like, look, these extra 3 weeks aren't going to be good for you, boy. I got some more time to train. I was like, yeah, it's good. That's what we like to hear. So yeah, he's sound. He's all good. He's training hard. He's happy with the new date and everything. So everything's all good. Everything's full steam ahead.
Brilliant. Well, we look forward to it. Fabio, thank you so much for a little bit of time this Sunday. Enjoy the rest of the day. Be good, eat well, stay clean, stay healthy, stay well. And I'm sure we'll catch up with you soon.
Always, bro. Thank you. Catch you later.
Fabio Wardley, IFL TV, thank you very much.